Hey, this is Suat and you're watching The Pulse. Give us a like and make sure to subscribe for more content.
Yes, people, this is Logan D, and you're going to be joining me on a night out on the road tonight. We've got one gig, I've got one gig, but it's going to be with the group Problem Central that I'm part of, and we're playing 1 till 2 at Club Motion in Bristol tonight. It's always banging there. It's called Run, the event, and yeah, we're going to have a good time. 2.5 hour journey, 2.5 hours back. Let's do it. So aside from music, football is my hobby. I normally go over to West Ham every single home game. But today, it was a late night last night. I literally got home at 7 in the morning and the kick-off was at 12:30, and we had Chelsea today. So I've watched the highlights back about 3 or 4 times and we've done them. It's not every day we beat Chelsea. First thing to do is to get prepared for the night is get on the computer in the office, download all the tunes that have been sent this week, get them out to the studio, listen to them and pick the best ones so hopefully do well tonight in the club.
So this is my little office where I do everything label related. It's warmer in here, so I tend to do more stuff in here and then just go out to the studio to listen to anything music where I need a proper setup. I mean, this audio setup in here is still wicked, but to give everything the proper once over is out in the studio. So yeah, it's freezing out there at the moment. I think it's about 2 degrees because it's winter. So I do all the downloading in here and then head out to the studio. So I better start getting downloading because we've got to leave here in an hour. I'm always late. After the lockdown, I've tried to make sure that I get to places with half hour or an hour spare because I'm always rolling up to places 5 minutes to go and don't get to see none of the DJ before me, so trying to get rolling here. So I'm going to start downloading the tunes.
All units confirm weapons targeted and ready, awaiting launch codes. Lockout enable, lockout enable, lockout enable, lockout enable, lockout enable, lockout enable.
We are in a launch mode. Major Lamb, lockout changes.
So the tunes are ready, everything's ready. Now we've just got to do 140 miles, 2 hours and 40 minutes, fill out the motor for the night, and we're good to go. Right, so we're just filled up and we've got on the famous M25. I think we've got another half hour left on here and we've got 2 hours and 15 minutes left until we hit Bristol. The plan was to get there an hour beforehand, but it says we're going to get there about 20 minutes beforehand, but that's not surprising with me, to be honest. I'm used to it.
All units confirm weapons targeted and ready, awaiting launch codes.
Oh, Logan. Oh my God. That's right, pick up on my Facebook crew. What we saying, are we live out there? How does it sound? Representing London sound.
So I've been DJing 22 years this year. 3 months ago, yeah, it was 22 years. I had my first booking when I was 15 years old. I had to get my mum to take me to the club, and yeah, I couldn't drive back then obviously, so my mum used to take me about for the first couple of years. I started a record label off in 2006, which is Low Down Deep Recordings, and then things started to escalate from 2006. and I'd say probably the next 5 to 6 years on, I started to get my name out there a little bit more. Roughly about 2010, I had a birthday party, a birthday bash in London at Hidden in Vauxhall, which that was our first event for Low Down Deep, where we had over 1,000 people attend, and then we took it over to Bristol, where we're driving to tonight. So 2017, I'm pretty sure it was 2017, and I'm sure I'll get told off by the guys if I'm wrong, but that is when I got into the group with Problem Central, when Problem Central was formed. So that's like 4 of us. We're 4 artists that have worked together for years and years. We've always done like radio shows, and I've done a lot of work with X-Man sort of back in the early sort of 2000s, and then done a lot of work with Evil B, and Maggie's done vice versa. We've all been going over 20 years, and we come together as a collective in 2017, and it just seemed right, and it's done really well. And as you see, we sort of gel together as a foursome, which you'll see later on at the gig. We are 2 minutes away from Motion. We've been driving for a good 2 hours and 40 minutes. We've just seen one of the artists before us, Trigger and Boo. Trigger just went live on an Instagram live, so we've just seen the venue and what it looks like at the moment. It's looking very good.
Right about now, stepping up inside the place. You got the Problem Central, Logan D, Magistrate, Evil B, myself, the X-Man. Somebody say yeah! Say oh! Say oh! Now! I said X-Man!
Right, so we're back on the road again, heading back towards London. I really enjoyed that show. I always enjoy Bristol. It was a full house in there tonight. Trying to hunt down a service station because it's basically lunch stroke dinner time for me right now. We're going to get back at about 5 o'clock in the morning. That's what it's saying right now. So after food, I think we're going to be landing back about 5:30. So this is one of the very few downsides of my job. Dinner, service station food. There's not one hot thing in the service station right now. So I'm on sandwiches. I'm on a diet and I've been restricted to this. So I'm going to munch away. Hopefully this is going to give me some energy to drive back. Right, so I've just arrived home. It's 5:25 in the morning. That concludes the whole weekend for me. I want to big up Problem Central for the set earlier in Bristol, and also want to shout out to The Pulse, powered by Sennheiser, and hopefully you can catch me again soon.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos just like this.